Hello and welcome to the Gentle Outdoorsman channel. Today we're going to be having a little video, and keep it short, and we're going to have a go at making a different type of char material. So normally I'd use a cotton wool butts to make a fire starter, but today we're going to use some jute, so we'll see how it goes. Some of the unusual places you find when you're trying to find a quiet place to shoot video, not firearms. But somebody's been camping here, or at least having a fire. It's an old this area was used in World War II as an air defense battery position for Prague. So this area used to be fortified. So over one side you've got these raised positions with a load of concrete slabs and like ammo bunkers and things around them, and those used to be the firing positions. And this looks like there's some sort of admin or barracks or something. There's another building further down which was also apparently an old something. But I don't know whether they had a brickworks around here as well, because I think there were a couple of things that used to be in this area which are now not, and it's all stuff like this. So yeah, from what I've heard, there was once a brickworks and there was also a air defense battery. So I'm not sure which this is connected to, but I think it's connected to one of them. Yeah, I'll see if I can find somewhere to set up my little stove. Probably around here. I think that'll be okay. Probably use this wall. It should be fine. Well, yeah. Little open air ruin exploration. And a hoverfly, if you can see that. Hello, buddy. Well, yeah. Not the video I came to make, but still pretty cool. So, let's get back to making some char material. So, sorry about the lighting, but it's the best place I found that I could sit down to actually record something. So, char is one of those classic firelighting materials. It's usually a lot of the, well, traditionally it was a lot of different types of material, but these days most people use something like denim or something cotton, because it's common, it's cheap, it's efficient. So a lot of that's the usual one for this. But I am going to try, if I can get my little tin open, to use jute string. So I don't know if you can see this properly, but this is a jute twine. Cheap, it's natural, it's everywhere. Classic string for your garden, pretty much. So I'm going to try using that to make a spark catcher that will give me a nice ember to light a fire. So I'm going to be embarking on a bit of a series with experimenting with old school fire lighting. So this is one of the components. So to make char, incredibly simple. You get yourself a little non-combustible tin. This is, excuse me, this is, I'm getting bitten. So this one is an old pellet gun tin. So it used to have air gun pellets in it. This one's a screw top, so I've got a small hole in the top, because what you're essentially doing is burning off all of the moisture and impurities and things from the material. So it's like pre-burned, like charcoal. Very, very similar method to making charcoal. And because this is a screw tin, if you just leave this screwed in and just with the material in a fire, it could explode, or the lid could pop off. and that would not be ideal, because we don't want any more oxygen to get into this. We want it all to fizz away and remove that corner of the old fire pyramid or triangle. So this has been used before, as you can see. It is burnt and blackened, and the last time I did it was using cotton wool pads, and that worked really well. But I want to try and use something which isn't as man-made. I know the jute twine is still man-made, but you can grow jute if you really want to, and that's part of the experiment. So this is the first video in this particular experiment, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that will work out okay, and this will go on to be part of the next few phases, because I'm ordering some flint and steel, like the classic striker, and some other old school style things, and I'm also building a few, or making a couple of bits. So yeah, this is going to be the new experiment. I'll pop the stuff out so you can see what we're using, and yeah, back in a moment. So we shall be using a classic spirit burner, some bog standard isopropyl alcohol, nothing special or dramatic, my usual brew kit stove. I think this is Pathfinder. Yeah, it's a Pathfinder stove, and I'll put something on there so that it's not directly on anything flammable, and then this will just sit on top, and we'll film the gases coming out the top of there, because, well, that's quite interesting. And that's basically it. You get your stove, light it, leave that on top. You can burn off the gas if you want, or you can just leave it to go. It usually catches fire anyway. And when the gases stop coming out and the fire disappears, you can take it off. Obviously not with your hand, but you can take it off and leave it to cool. And in theory, as long as it's allowed to cool properly and you don't open it too soon, because that would then introduce oxygen and it will go up, yeah, they should have some char material. So that's what we're going to have a go at. Normally, you wouldn't be using something like this. Usually, like, your normal system is just to chuck it in the fire when you're doing some cooking, but as we are in a pretty wooded little area, and this is somewhere between, sort of a park. It's a wooded area slash park. I don't want to be making fires and stuff. There's a semi-official fire pit further down, but I don't know how official it is, and I don't feel like risking it today. Also, this is quicker to put out and get going, so as this is just a quick one, yeah, we'll just use that. So I'll get it going, get some footage, and then yeah, we'll see how it comes out. And here we are a few minutes later. So this has just been lit the match, and just moments later we've already got the smoke coming out the top. You can just about see. One second. There you go. You can see it a bit better coming out there. So this one's not actually burning, but it is smoking away nicely. One thing that a lot of the guys who do this online don't tell you is that it does stink. I think it's probably worse with cotton because there's quite a lot of chemicals involved in its production. But yeah, there we go. Going now. But yeah, you can technically do it indoors in the kitchen, but I'd probably stick with doing it out here, where it's a bit clearer. See, that's really going up. So yeah, there we go. So let's see what this comes out like at the end, shall we? Hopefully it'll be okay and I've not just incinerated all of my oh dear. We'll see. This might just be ash. We'll see in a minute. So here the big smoke has now died down and we have this little flame coming out the top instead. It went pretty heavy on the old smoke though. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if this one's worked or not. As I say, the old stuff works, you know, cotton pads and stuff. But I really like to know if some of the more historical materials will work. So this will be a good experiment. Also, always be careful where you sit. Hello, little friends. Yes. Fortunately, these ones don't seem to bite, so gonna have a drink, eat some jerky, and wait for this to get done. So, the smoke stopped much sooner than I was expecting. I didn't even get a chance to open my jerky. So, knocked this off, let that cool down a little bit, let that cool down a little bit, and let that cool down a little bit. And yeah, then we'll see what we've got. Hopefully, that's just worked quickly. It was like braided jute. I spent quite a long time braiding it up to give it plenty of surface to catch sparks for when I'm actually trying to use it. But yeah, it was really fast. Very aggressive, very quick. But well, we'll see. So fingers crossed. So, it is now cool enough to handle. I've not opened it yet. We're going to open it with you because here we show our losses on the channel. So let's see what we get. I'll have to put you down a moment and open this up. 2 ticks. Okay, it is now open. Let's see what on earth it is we've got. Ooh! Ooh, I tell you what. That actually looks like char material. Oh. Okay, I want to get snip a little bit off the end because I have essentially some spare up at the tips, and I'll see if that will light if we can get an ember from it. So back in a minute or two. Okay, so I don't have a flint and steel. I've got a ferro rod and a striker. This one is from, if I can get them around, from TBS. It's the same company that make, in fact it's the same purchase that has my my pot. So this pot is a TBS pot, and I'm going to be using this with our little piece down here to see how it goes. I don't think I'm going to be able to hold it with the camera to actually get the shot in, but we'll see afterwards what it looks like. So yeah, bear with me for a moment or two and we'll see if we get an ember. Oh. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is an ember. It's burning goes down pretty quickly, but yeah, that works. Hopefully the camera picked that up okay. Hopefully that was the right angle, because the screen is on this side for that one, so yeah, that works. It burns pretty quick though, so definitely needs something else to catch the ember quickly, but have a look at that. It did start the edge of the match getting hot, so I'm going to call that a victory. So I'll pop those down there. Yeah, so that works for me. So that is going to be part of my firelighting kit going forwards, and yeah, I'll fill you in when the rest of it starts coming in and we can start experimenting with the stuff. So until next time, I have been the Gentle Outdoorsman, and wishing you a fond farewell, and get out in the woods and have fun. Ta-ra for now. As a final note, a gentle reminder: if you bring it with you, take it back out. Ta-ra for now.